Vampires are evil and ruthless. He's just green and clueless.
Thank you. Yes. Wait, that's mean. Okay.
In Zombies 4: Dawn of the Vampires, Zed, Addison, and their friends are ready to hit the road for a fun summer break, but things take a wild turn almost as soon as they leave Seabrook. After a hectic school year, Zed suggests a road trip to lift everyone's spirits, and it sounds like the perfect plan until they run into yet another clash between supernatural creatures. This time, it's the Daywalkers and vampires who are in the middle of a fierce rivalry. So instead of smooth driving and summer fun, Zed and Addison end up playing peacemakers again, trying to keep the tension from boiling over. What's exciting is that this fourth chapter of the zombie saga is stepping up the stakes while keeping the heart of the story alive. While Zed and Addison take on the role of camp counselors, they're not doing it alone. Eliza and Willa join in to help find common ground between the feuding groups. Their mission is to unite sworn enemies Nova and Victor and prevent an even bigger threat that could put everyone in danger. It's another high-energy mix of action, humor, and heart that fans of the series have come to love, and this time the vibe is even more adventurous. The cast is packed with returning fan favorites and some exciting new additions. Milo Manheim and Meg Donnelly are back as Zed and Addison, and they're joined again by Kylie Russell as Eliza and Chandler Kinney as Willa. Malachi Barton, Freya Skye, Julian Lerner, Swayam Bhatia, and Mekanan Knife round out the younger crew, while Lisa Chappell and Jono Roberts bring some extra mystery and gravitas as the Vampire Eldris and Commander Bright. The story doesn't just push the characters into new territory, it also promises a fresh soundtrack. Zombies 4 will feature 9 brand new original songs that add to the series' already catchy and memorable music legacy. And just to give longtime fans a treat, the movie will also reprise 2 of its most beloved hits, Someday and Ain't No Doubt About It. So it's not just a story continuation, it's a full musical experience that deepens the emotional connection and raises the stakes all at once. Paul Hohen returns as director, having already guided the previous 3 movies with a clear vision that's kept the tone consistent and entertaining. The screenplay, crafted by David Light, Joseph Razzo, and Josh Kagan, stays true to the heart of the franchise while branching into new territory. What makes this installment even more special is that both Milo Manheim and Meg Donnelly are also on board as executive producers, along with Hohen, Light, Rosso, Jane Fleming, and Mark Ordesky. It shows how much the cast is invested in the world they help bring to life, which adds another layer of care to the storytelling. Zombies 4: Dawn of the Vampires is set to premiere on the Disney Channel on July 10 at 7 p.m. ETPT and will be available for global streaming on Disney Plus the next day. It'll also be accessible on Disney Channel On Demand, making it super easy for fans to jump in wherever they are. What's really exciting about this new chapter is that it builds on the themes from the earlier movies. Zed and Addison started out just trying to bring humans and monsters together in Seabrook, and now they're stepping into even bigger leadership roles. This time, it's not just about coexistence in their hometown, it's about finding harmony in unfamiliar places too. Their growth as characters is a big part of what makes the series so fun to follow, and this next adventure promises to bring even more personal challenges and heartwarming victories. Although Zombies 4 brings new characters and conflicts into the picture, it never loses sight of the original magic. There's still that unique mix of fun, friendship, music, and messages about unity and understanding. And with a larger cast and expanded world building, it sets the stage beautifully for whatever might come next. So whether you're in it for the music, the supernatural drama, or the friendships that tie it all together, Zombies 4 feels like a natural next step and a promising setup for what could easily become another must-watch sequel in the future. That said, the hype for Zombies 4 is very real and fans have a lot to say about it. The trailer alone has already stirred up a storm of reactions, from excitement and laughter to a bit of playful confusion. But one thing's for sure, people love Addison and her ongoing identity saga. Let's start with one of the funniest ongoing jokes in the fandom, Addison constantly introducing herself as a cheerleader. Fans can't help but chuckle at how she says it like it's her entire personality or a whole different species. It's become kind of ironic. Then comes the comment that really sums up what a wild ride this franchise has been. First it was zombies, then werewolves, then aliens, and now vampires. Honestly, at this point, some are joking that Disney is building its own version of Monster High, and hey, we wouldn't be mad about it. One fan perfectly captured the vibe of this new chapter, saying it feels like a fantasy version of Teen Beach Movie. Think glitter, campy drama, and musical showdowns all wrapped into one sparkly supernatural package. Of course, no zombies movie would be complete without its signature conflict resolution strategy, song, and dance battles. Some pointed out how they were so sure fireballs were going to be flung in a battle scene until they remembered, oh right, they just dance it out. But really, would we want it any other way? Fans are also loving the character interactions. One highlight, Nova calling Zed green and clueless, and Zed totally rolling with it like thanks. Wait, that's mean. It's those silly, self-aware moments that make these movies so fun. There's also a bit of teasing about Addison still calling herself a cheerleader human, even though we literally spent 3 movies discovering she's an alien. But maybe old habits die hard. With Zombies 4 bringing in vampires and daywalkers, things are getting even more intense, and fans noticed some cool lore updates too, like how these groups now have their own version of the moonstone, the lightstone, and the darkstone. Pretty clever, Disney. One of the sweetest callbacks is when Nova flips a character and says sorry reflexes, mirroring Addison's first scene with Zed when she punched him and said the same thing. The nostalgia is strong with this one. Of course, zombies won't be zombies without their signature look. A bunch of fans are asking, okay, demanding, that Addison gets her blue hair back. After all that soul-searching, she earned it, and people are already speculating about what this new adventure is going to be about. Some say it's Zed and Addison's biggest challenge yet, helping daywalkers and vampires find common ground. So basically, it's another musical piece mission, but with fangs. The comparisons to Romeo and Juliet are starting to pop up too, especially with the new star-crossed dynamics, and honestly, it kind of fits. Zombies and vampires being kept apart by ancient rivalries sounds like classic Disney drama. There's also some appreciation for how Zed's zombie transformations have gotten creepier and cooler with each movie. Fans are loving the visual upgrades and say the newest look even gave them chills. But not everything is sparkles and moonstones. Some fans are bummed that certain cast members won't be returning. It's always a little sad when familiar faces are missing, especially in a series that's become such a comfort watch for so many. Still, for others, excitement is at an all-time high, especially with Malachi Barton joining the cast. Some even admitted they're watching just for him, and the dynamic between him and Freya Sky is already being compared to OG couple Zed and Addison, which is honestly super cute. In the end, Zombies 4 is shaping up to be a wild, campy, and heartfelt ride. From cheerleaders to aliens, and now to vampires with sparkly stones and musical numbers, this series continues to grow its monsterverse in the most Disney way possible. So whether you're here for the songs, the ships, the supernatural drama, or just want to see what hairstyle Addison rocks next, Zombies 4 looks like it's going to deliver. Let the countdown begin.